I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Texans edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Broncos win their 4th game of the year. The Giants lost this one, but will stay at number 2 in the NFC East. The Jaguars drop yet another game and are really struggling on and off the field. Santana Moss had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Jets beat the Dolphins. By the warm waters of Tampa Bay, we had the Buccaneers fall by 10 points. Eagles, Cowboys. Donovan McNabb.
There's always a double threat in the red zone at the 5-yard line. There's a snap, and in the slot, the back quickly in the end zone for 6.
The Eagles go on to win this by the final score of 17-14. Up at Lambeau Field, we had the Packers narrowly coming out on top by 5. The Bears accumulated over 150 return yards in their win at the HHH Metrodome. The Titans won on the road and will now head home to meet the Rams. In an NFC West matchup, we had the Seahawks pick up their 8th win of the year. The Lions won this contest but will stay at the 3rd place in the NFC North. Saints, Bills. Travis Henry
would certainly like to help his team get into the end zone. And he's set 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now looks to bounce outside, does so, gets a block, touchdown, 10 yards.
The Bills win this one by the final score of 24-10. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. This week had some big injuries, and we'll get to all of them, but we're going to start right here. Chris Snead sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. It's reported that he's broken his hip, and if that's the case, he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. On to the serious news of the week. This guy had to be placed on injured reserve, so he'll be on the sidelines for the rest of the year. Just a key blow to the heart of this defense. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
And in our final game, we had the Patriots come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my primetime players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.